had their backs against the wall a little bit, and they were going to come out and hit us in the mouth, and they did. And one of the things we have to do, but we want to play fast, and we're going to keep playing fast. But all of our guys are driving into sometimes three guys in transition and begging for a call. And you can't, we can't continue to do that. And, it's a great learning experience for guys to be able to see, because we wasted a ton of possessions in transition, driving and just throwing up some crazy stuff. And, space the floor, stop and spray the ball. And if we miss a wide open three, that is way better than driving and throwing up some crazy stuff. Because at the end of the day, this is what I keep telling our guys, you're going to have to knock these guys out. You can't rely on the referee, because if I'm a referee, the shots that we're taking at the rim in transition, I ain't calling neither, because you're begging for a foul. You can't drive to the rim and beg for a foul every single possession, and then they run it back at us because they have a numbers advantage. We got to play the right way, and when we're playing fast, and we didn't do a good job of that, especially in the second half. We had a lot of guys shoot some tough shots begging for fouls at the rim in transition.
I know that you mentioned, Mike, there was some of that rushing in transition. You mentioned after Game 3 how much more you wanted to see this team be aggressive and sort of meet the moment in this environment. Is the rushing maybe a byproduct of you're there in aggression, but maybe you're not there in terms of just experience of having met what this environment's like late?
There's a lot of firsts for us from a lot of our guys, and like I said, whether it's not having the game plan discipline to do what you need to do in the fourth quarter to win. I told our guys, I said, you know what, 2 huge threes that we got, but not one time in this whole series have we said we were going to gap against these guys. And we did it, and so that probably has to do with you're fatigued, and not only that, you're in an environment that you haven't been in before, because it was 2 guys that were in the playoffs for the first time, and you have to have a certain will to continue to try to play the right way, especially if you want to beat the champions on their home floor. We have to do a better job in transition, which we can. We can still play fast and not drive into two bodies or 3 bodies and throw the ball in the air begging for a foul. To me, you play fast. If I see 2 guys in front of me, I'm going to come to a jump stop because I know somebody's open. I'm going to come to a jump stop just like I did in elementary school and move the ball on to the next guy because somebody is open, And so we don't have to always shoot it just because we're saying we're trying to play fast in transition. We don't have to always shoot at the rim and over bodies because they're doing a great job of just coming and being vertical against us. And so we don't have to always shoot in that situation.
Mike, how good was it to see some shots start falling for certain guys today? How big was it in this game? How big will that be going forward?
You always wanted that. Keegan, was great to see Keegan play the way he did. Foxy shot it well. Malik was pretty good. Trey was good. So it was good to see, and we're going to have to continue to let that thing fly, and hopefully, like I said, in transition when we touch that paint, especially if they're bringing a body over or they got a body that's bigger than us at the rim, we can't go in there begging for a foul. We got to spray the ball and continue to believe that we're going to knock down threes.
Coach Brown, your rebounding. De'Aaron had 9 of them himself, and there was 2 players, including Keegan, who had 7. Just wanted to get your thoughts on did they get the message, from the other night as far as game rebounding?
They did. They ended up with 8 offensive rebounds, and so we did a better job on the glass, and we have to continue to do that throughout the course of this series in order to give ourselves a chance to win. And it's a physical game. You got to keep putting bodies on bodies and go get the ball, and our guys did a better job of that tonight.
Mike, for a young team that hasn't gone through this before, what's the mental and emotional challenge facing you guys going back for Game 5?
They're champions. We got to bring it. If we don't bring it, we're going to get beat. There's no tricks. There's no message I can give them. I got to tell them. They know. I'm telling them the truth. We can't have mental breakdowns like we did in the fourth quarter. with our game plan. We can't waste possessions by jumping into bodies and begging for fouls. And we got to continue to play at the pace that we're playing, but just make sure we're a little bit smarter in the half court and the full court while keeping these guys off the glass. I mean, it's simple. Hey, they're a good team. They're going to make shots. We're not going to be able to stop Steph Curry from making shots. You just got to make him work as hard as he can to get his looks from the floor.
Yeah, Coach, a really back and forth game. I think it's 19 lead changes. Just how do you feel that your team fought in this one to keep it close and still have a chance there at the end?
Great. Like I said, great fight. We competed, and that's what you can ask for. Now you have to compete the right way in the moment. You said it a million times, they're not going to give this game to us. Steph Curry is not going to miss a shot if you gap it. Klay Thompson is not going to miss a shot if you gap it. You got to go take it from him, And so our guys competed. You love that. You love the fight. But at the end of the day, if we expect to win, we got to play 48 minutes of good basketball, great basketball against this team the right way. And even as champions, it's going to be hard if we do that.
Mike, back here, way in the back. I counted 3 different possessions in the fourth quarter, a chance to tie or go ahead that resulted in turnovers. Before the game, you were talking about just lessons that you sometimes just have to go through and experience it in order to figure it out. Is that one of those things, those costly turnovers with a chance to win a playoff game?
Oh, yeah, 100%. The turnovers. And like I said, our shot selection at the rim and transition had a huge impact on the outcome of the game, as well as the defensive breakdowns in the fourth quarter. But hey, we go through it, we learn from it, which we will do, and we'll be ready for the next game.
Mike, from an outsider's perspective, it feels like a hallmark of this Warriors team has always been momentum, that avalanche, and the ability to kind of build off it. It's, philosophically, do you believe in the concept of momentum and the ability to stop it in the middle of a playoff series?
These guys are champions. They don't need momentum. They obviously feed off of making shots and Draymond's energy, and so those things get them going. But they've been around a long time, So I think for those guys, a lot of things happen for those guys to get them going, but not just momentum. I believe that they have it when they feed off of made shots and defensive stops and Draymond's energy. But so do a lot of other teams. They just have more experience with it.
Mike, I got here a little late, so I apologize if you already answered this. But in the pregame news conference, you said, I thought somewhat jokingly and somewhat seriously, about cussing out Keegan the last couple of days. One, do you think it worked? And 2, do you think you won't be cussing him out the next couple of days?
Look, Keegan's a rookie, and he's starting, and he's got to understand that he gets no passes. He got to bring it like everybody else, and if he's not bringing it like everybody else, he's going to hear from me, And I mean, Keegan's got a chance to be a great player in this league, and I thought he stepped up tonight and showed why he's first team all rookie. He's the only rookie, in the lottery that's still playing a significant role for his team, and he tonight almost helped us get over the hump. So I got no complaints with the way he played tonight.
Coach, over here, 10 seconds left. You guys get the rebound off the Steph miss. Down 1, you take the timeout, end up getting a good look out of the timeout. Can you take us through decision making to call the timeout there?
Yeah, I didn't think that a lot of times you go in transition because you don't want them to sub defensive guys on the floor or whatever. And at the end of the day, the ball was going to be in Foxy's hands, and so I just wanted to make sure that we were spaced right, aligned right, to be able to get a good look. And I felt they were going to keep basically the same guys on the floor because they're veterans and they've won a lot of championships with those guys on the floor. And I thought at the end of the day we'd be able to get a good look, and we did. We got a good look. I don't know if we would have gotten a better look in transition, than a wide open 3 from one of your veterans. It just didn't go in. But that's not where we won or lost the game. I thought there were some other areas where that happened.
Coach, for Keegan, it was cursing him out and encouraging him to still shoot the ball when he's open. As Kevin,
I was kind of joking when I said that, but I have cussed him out. I was joking when I said that. I told him if he didn't shoot the ball, I would cuss him out.
Well,
But
whatever he did, it
he
seemed
shot
to work.
the ball.
For Kevin, as he continues to struggle to shoot the ball, is there any cussing him out, or what's kind of that message or dynamic, I guess, that you're telling him as he continues to struggle?
Again, it's not about making shots. If Keegan went 0 for 10 tonight, I would have been okay. I just want him to shoot the ball. I don't want him to hesitate at all. And if he can go make a play, go make a play. And it's the same with Kevin. Kevin's got to shoot the ball, but at the end of the day, he's got to make shots. Because right now we're not getting enough stops to have too many guys on the floor that haven't made shots for us. So we got to figure out a way to get it done. Thank you, guys.